Morning, Barry. Morning, Andy. Welcome to Sea Talk. Really interested
Morning,
to
Paul.
see both of you on here. I remember you, Barry, from the great work you used to do, when we used to work together on another energy brand. Andy, you've just been so famous with retailers. Let's get into it and let's introduce you both. So, Barry, if you want to go first.
Thanks for having us on here, Paul. Firstly, and yeah, you're right. It's been a while. So you mentioned the other energy brand. So yeah, I had a great time at Red Bull. 14 years there. Worked a lot with you guys, particularly in the convenience channel. Did a number of different roles there, all commercial roles, and then left Red Bull to go and set up a new soft drinks company, which was a great experience. Gave me a lot of valuable experience in the challenger brand world. Then after that, I went to Reckitt and just got a bit
Mm-hmm.
more corporate experience in the healthcare world. And then this role came about kind of out of nowhere, really. And I'm sure we'll get into what it means for me and what it means for Hell within the UK. But delighted to be here and delighted to be partnered with Andy again.
Perfect team. And Andy, look, everyone knows you for all the great work you've done. Throughout years, and I've known you for a long time as well, personally, right? So leaving Centauri, the great initiatives you pulled there together, and now you're at Hell Energy. Come on, tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity for me, and Barry got in touch with me a while ago now, and I'm now just starting week 5 here. Learned a lot in my short time here, but just really excited. It's I think the word that sold it to me was project, and there's Barry and there's Peter that we both report into, who I spoke to about this brand and where they want to get to, and since joining, I've just become even more excited about the future and what is at stake for this brand. We're part of a much bigger global business, and hopefully that experience that you talk about in the past, working with yourself and other retailers, I can bring and help take this brand from strength to strength.
So, Hell Energy, when was it started, and where was it born?
So the business is born out of Hungary. So it's an Eastern European brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on a rapid trajectory ever since it's set up, really. So it essentially came to market in 2010, and
Mm-hmm.
since that, it's managed to drive availability in over 50 markets. And within that, it's got market leader status in 11. So it's been an unbelievable rise. Within the
Mm-hmm.
UK, it's had a varied history. So it's launched with distribution partners, third party, and that hasn't worked. And then they've reset and rethought about the strategy for the UK market, which, as we know, is a lot more complex than maybe some of the other markets with which it's operating. And then up until fairly recently, they have operated with a van sales operation, which is primarily focused on driving availability to shoppers which might be familiar with the brand from other markets, so Eastern European markets, for example. That's driven a lot of success, and the business is really sizable in the UK just in the back of that. But what they need to do now is drive availability in more of our managed estate. So it's working with UK convenience wholesalers and symbol operators as a key strategic priority, and then developing our key account strategy on the back of that.
Okay, and then the cans are your standard 250 ml cans, and I can see there on Andy's screen there's 4 energy drinks, and then on your screen you've got the 5 iced coffee drinks. So I take it these are in a 24 by 250 on the energy, and what's the coffee coming?
Yeah, great question, because it is 24 by 250 mil on the coffee as well, but we might be having a little pack change for that, primarily to support the independent retailers. So we do have them in 24 by 250 mil, which is currently available, but we are bringing 12 unit tray to market very soon, and all of the flavors as well.
That's great. And what are these? What's your MRP on this? What would you suggest on both formats?
Yeah, so we have straight pack and price marked on both formats. So the energy is 79 pence price marked, and the coffees are 125 price marked.
So it's a great format to put into store, right? I know myself in my own stores, I put it in after I spoke to Andy, and it's doing well. But it's good. And you mentioned something there just about the van sales. And I know, Andy, we've been talking about van sales and getting it into stores. How's that going, and how are you reaching that out into the convenience sector?
So that's my remit. Is I've come in as head of field sales, and to be honest, where we're at the moment, there is a lot of room for us to improve and for us to grow on that service that we're offering. So that's certainly something that we're going to be looking at over the coming months. Is just simple things like the team don't have one pages to sell the products in, to talk about the benefits. So we talk about this being a 79p price mark pack, But what we really want to get across is that it's a quality product as well, just available at a really attractive price point. So not just the energy drink, but the coffee as well. So getting people away from it, just thinking it's just another energy drink. It's not. It's a really good quality product available at that great price point. And we've also got the coffee range as well, which is hugely successful in the markets that it plays at. But yeah, the van sales operation. So we operate out of 5 different warehouses up and down the country. So we can pretty much reach all convenience retailers.
And for the retailers that, I'm probably not fortunate enough to get the van sales, which wholesalers can they go to get this from?
So at the moment we're available in Parfits. We've just gone live in all Best Way depots as well, and you can pick us up in Demeter as well as some other Eastern European wholesalers.
Okay, so the reach is out
Probably a
there.
few
It's
others,
pretty good,
Barry,
right?
as well. That maybe. Sorry, there's probably a few others that I've missed off there, Barry, as well.
Yeah, there's various Unitas members out there as well. So within the regions that you might be operating, which you can also pick up help.
Okay, and then the coffee, is that likewise as well, Barry? It's available everywhere now.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, we tend to find that the wholesalers that we're working with that stock energy will also stock the coffee range as well.
Okay, then tell me, looking at the website this morning, you got some really interesting social media leaders on there. Yeah, I mean, who'd you work with?
Yeah, thanks for that, Paul. I guess one of the main drivers for me joining this company was that it's actually a lot more than just an energy drink. Obviously, as you can see, we sit across other subcategories such as coffee. There's a lot more innovation to come down the line. But also with regards to the brand development, it's in a really, really exciting stage, particularly for the UK consumer, because the brand is now investing heavily into this market. That includes our social media strategy. So for the first time ever, we've appointed a UK marketing agency that will start to help drive our UK awareness. And because whilst we have a huge social media profile, a lot of the content is driven out of our Hungary office, which is great, but that doesn't always resonate with the UK mainstream shopper. So we're really delighted to start to partner with a UK-based agency who will develop UK content across all the digital channels and formats. Aside from that, there are the global campaigns which we're really excited about. So there's a partnership with a big celebrity called Michele Moroni, who's a Netflix movie star. He's basically a Hollywood A-lister. So he's doing some real cool top line stuff globally. But now it's how do we translate that into UK relevant content? And there's other campaigns which are happening globally, which we're getting a lot of learnings from. So, for example, the Indian market have partnered with a couple of the cricket players on the back of the World Cup, and that's with a lot of success. So we're taking some learnings from that. We've actually got some exciting cricket activation coming up in the UK in the not too distant future. And then what's another one, Andy?
Well, there's the Hell Boxing Kings as well, which I know that
Kings,
you'd be interested in, Paul. So Hell Boxing Kings, which has been fronted up by Roy Jones Jr., so a very recognisable figure in global boxing. And this again just shows me why we're not just another energy drink brand. This is an activation that we're putting £1 million into just the prize funds, and never mind all the activation around it. This is just the prize fund for it. So unfortunately, it's not in the UK yet, but it's certainly something that we can leverage to help push the brand and grow the awareness.
So look, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on with Hell, but I'm sure all the retailers up and down the country will be looking at this and thinking, yeah, two great supporters in the industry. I mean, Barry, it's great to reconnect again today. Andy, you've done some great work, and I'm sure the retailers will get behind and support.
Hope so.
So, one last thing from both of you. Give us a positive thought from both of you on what we should be doing.
I'd say get in touch with us is the first thing. Just don't associate us with what you might have thought in the past. This brand is a lot bigger and a lot stronger than you've maybe thought, with some really exciting stuff to come. Barry's adhered to that. We've got the first ever artificially in AI created energy drink in the world. So that just shows you how big this business is. So we've already launched this in other markets. It's coming to the UK in April. Retailers, don't wait for it. Be at the front of the queue and start working with us now.
Yeah, for me, I'm just really excited by the quality of the liquid, both in energy and in coffee. The ingredients, the quality is uncompromised. I think what the business do really well is they protect the price for the consumer at shelf. So you'll see through some of the marketing activities, very premium look and feel, the quality of the product. Be really pleased when they get to shelf and see that actually this is an affordable product. And we're very clear where we sit within the category in that regard. So we don't want to be the cheapest in the market, but we don't have a premium price point. So we're affordable. So we really want to occupy and excite within that mid tier.
Yeah, and the packaging, I will say the packaging looks great. It's been great to have you both on. Look forward to catching up again.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks for having us.
Paul,
All the
thank you.
best.